looks straight into your eyes. In some countries, we are already married.
You might
So
help me
basically-
chase down the turkeys. next
Basically,
year.
the way I won Spencer over was by going, bees, bees.
Welcome to the Beacon House Podcast, recorded live in Knoxville, Tennessee.
And that's why I'm no longer allowed in a strip club with a $5 foot long.
Oh, that's a good one there. Do you want to tell the audience?
I feel like just the implications of that funny beginning is so gross. But yes, that funny beginning actually came from our good buddy,
Tell him.
our fourth family member that helps me with Party Chat, Jason Turner.
Jason Turner, shout out. What's up, man?
I texted him about 2 seconds before we started, and I said, "Give me a funny beginning, go."
Thank you for helping Casey.
That's great.
Thank you for helping Casey be better.
That's twice he's made a funny beginning about sandwiches.
I think the dog freaking out is the best funny beginning you've had, though.
God, Lincoln.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That
it was
spectacular.
really good.
It
I even
literally,
heard
we
that one.
clapped to sync our mics, and it just fell apart for the first 5 minutes. It
I
was
think I
fantastic.
literally almost peed myself listening to the beginning of that episode.
Oh, I wouldn't mind hearing more about that.
About
Oh,
ping.
keep
Wait,
going.
Wait. You shit in your sink?
no. We gave enough lull to where you can add in like a pee hitting
Oh,
the side of
yeah,
a
yeah,
bucket
yeah.
sound.
Again, you heavily overestimate the sounds I have access to. It would be easier for me to just pee right now and record it. Anybody? Never mind.
And
Let's not go there. Guys, welcome to the Beacon House Podcast. And sorry about the super long intro on that. You guys know what we're doing in here. And it's here. Mailbag number 4. Also,
number 4.
episode 40, which is crazy to me. That means the
Mm-hmm.
next one of these milestones we come upon is going to be our episode 50. 50th episode.
Mm.
Should we do a mailbag for number big 50? I feel like that's a milestone. Like we should do
We should
something
do something
extra special.
different.
Can you think of something?
We have 10 episodes to figure
Yeah,
it out.
we got
Yeah.
We got 10 weeks.
we got
Yeah.
10 weeks.
And we're accepting submissions, as you guys know. So if you think
Not
of something,
nudes, though.
All right, so we got our coffin.
we've got the coffin here. Yeah,
It's
you
loaded
guys
to the brim with questions.
got a lot of questions. So we're maybe going to move a little faster since we have so. We're going to try to like. I think as out of respect to all you guys that submitted a question or anything, out of respect to you guys, we are definitely going to empty the coffin every time.
Yeah.
So no question. We may say, look, we don't want to talk about this, but we're not going to leave any questions in this coffin.
We will read every question, and if we answer it or not, it's completely up to us.
Right.
Is what you're
There you
saying.
go. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's Casey looking for a way out.
But I also feel like this is a good time to say that,
Bitch.
guys, if you want to
You're a
be, guys, if you want to
You're a
be
bitch.
on an episode of Mailbag, I'm trying to get past this.
Like a bitch.
Like a bitch.
Calm down.
Okay,
Those antibiotics are kicking in for him.
I know I'm sick as crap today, you guys. Like I did that whole episode. I'd like to real quick just say something. If you listen to our last couple episodes, I want to hear what you had to say. But I did this big speech about just take zinc, you won't get sick, and then I got sick as fuck. I did this other big speech about sugar is terrible. I did it while eating a brownie. Okay, like I'm nothing.
Captain Contradiction.
I'm a walking. I'm a walking hypocrisy. I just want you guys to know that. And like, if anyone appreciates the duality of Spencer McCoy, I thank you for that.
Hypocrisy.
Go
So you got
So,
your superpowers.
Anyways, I know in the past episodes when we talked about Mailbag, we talked about email submissions and text submissions and what have you. But I think from here on out, if we're going to do a Mailbag episode, you have to show up to the meetups and fill the coffin with questions, or else you're not going to get any questions read.
I think that's heavily overestimating our drawing power. I took a lot of. What about people that are in other states? They can't show up. I had a lot of people text me questions that listen to the
And
show.
you put those in there?
Yeah, I wrote them and put them
That's
in there.
cheating.
What are you talking about?
Well,
If
no,
we don't
it's
get
not.
to all
They're
the
in there.
questions, then what happens if someone showed up to the meetup to fill up our box and we don't get to read their question?
Stop being a
But
bitch.
we get to read one of your email questions that you fluffed our box with.
He didn't
You're
fluff
a
the
fluffer.
box.
You're a fluffer. You're a box fluffer,
You're
sir.
a bitch. I'll fucking start, you bitch.
I really
Captain
just want to hit
Contradictions,
the
it'd say.
bottom of the coffin to make the questions go everywhere.
All right, we're gonna start now.
You're like a,
Yeah, get to one of your fluff questions.
I'm just
an
gonna reach in.
anarchist.
I'm gonna reach in. You don't get to look when you reach. You pick a question out. Okay, I got
Whatever,
one here.
you bitch.
This one, and some of these will say who wrote them. Some will say they won't say. But the very first question is, if you could have any animal, extinct or not, as a pet that loved you, what would it be?
Dodo.
Casey says, Dodo, go.
I think too much. T-Rex.
God, that's so big.
If you could have one as a pet.
Yeah, and you had
There's
to
a
pick
lot
up
of
its
assumed
shit.
stuff.
You're about to
Well-
move into an apartment,
well,
and you got to pick
notice-
up after your animals.
Notice that it says a pet that loved you. So whatever you pick, it gets to be super your friend. You know,
Yeah.
Ooh,
Dude,
maybe a
a
giraffe.
T-Rex that was like on your side.
that'd be pretty badass
pretty badass.
if you were fighting. But there's no fighting, hopefully. So I'm just going to say the same. This is going to be generic. The same 4 cats I already have. I love them.
Aw,
They're my buds,
the giant fat head cat.
bitch.
All right, got one right here from Gabby Palladino.
Yep, Gabby
I say that
listens.
right, Dan?
Yep, she's on
Nailed it.
She's on the other side of the country. This is one of those people you would have ostracized if you weren't such a bitch.
All right,
Everyone's a bitch this week.
yeah. Hold on a second.
I can say that again.
Let's see. Hey guys, love the show. Just wanted to say Spencer's a giant bitch. Oh, that's weird. It's not even a question. Hold on a
know
second.
what? I know that's not what it really said.
All right.
You know, there's
so-
one bitch at this table.
Yeah, but don't make Hunter feel left out.
Zing.
Gabby Palladino says, if you could only drink one alcoholic beverage for the rest of your life, and it cannot be gin, what would it be?
First off, that's fucked up
Beer.
to take gin out of the equation.
Beer.
Any particular beer.
No, it doesn't say any. It just says what one alcoholic beverage. Beer would be considered an alcoholic beverage.
Sure, I'll go with beer too, because there's several beers I like that would fill the void.
I feel like that's a cheap out that we just did, but definitely.
Specifically, right now, if I had to pick, probably the Last Days of Autumn, Pardon My Garden. It's fucking
If I had to only
phenomenal.
pick one beer, it'd probably be,
Guinness for me.
Guinness.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't
it's a-
drink almost at all anyways, but it's either Guinness or cider for me, so I'd go Guinness.
Either Guinness or, what's that one? The Sequench. Sequench sour beer
Yeah.
with the black lime. Love it.
Okay.
Next up, who's that from?
Benton Davis.
That's Frosty.
Okay.
All right.
Yes,
Next
Frost-
one's from
yes.
Frosty.
It says,
Frosty.
Frosty, stay frosty.
what is your favorite cliche movie song?
Ooh, man, that's a tough one. There's
Can
so
I have
many
some
good-
examples? What is that? Well,
The first thing that comes to mind for me is
Well,
the Titanic song.
For me, it's anything written by Kenny Loggins. Duh.
ooh, Danger Zone.
Ooh.
Danger Zone's a good one, but I would think I would go to the theme from Caddyshack. Honestly, I think that's my favorite Loggins.
No, I'd go Danger Zone.
A lot of people would say Danger Zone.
Lana.
Oh man.
Lana.
Yeah, Danger Zone.
Lana!
Stella.
Danger Zone.
All right. This one says, "Tell a joke."
That's not a question. It's out.
Casey's
It's
mad.
out.
Casey's mad, but I'm willing to consider it. Hunter, what about you?
It is the box of questions.
Wait,
Do you
should
have
we
a-
do it?
Do you have a joke you'd like to tell?
Sure.
Okay, go. You're a lying ass bitch.
You a bitch.
None of us have a joke to tell currently, so that one's not going to get done. Sorry about that.
Wait,
Isn't
wait. No, wait.
everyone
I
a
got
joke
one.
if we
I got
elected one?
I got a really cheesy joke.
This isn't going to be funny. I can tell by the look on your face.
It probably won't be. So there's 2 muffins in the oven. One of the muffins looks at the other one and says, "Damn, it's hot in here." The other muffin goes, "Holy fuck, a talking muffin." All right, so the next question.
I have. Oh, I
That's
already
me.
read. That's right. It's you.
Next question is, what's the most 2000s song ever written?
And I'm going to go ahead and say 2000s is probably literally 2000 to 2009 at
Yeah.
midnight. Or like first 10 years.
Probably Mambo number 5.
I'm thinking of stuff by like groups like The Calling. You know, what is that? What is that song they have?
Mr. Brightside.
That's a pretty good one.
That wasn't The Calling. That was the.
No. Well,
That's
yeah,
the
that's the
Killers.
Killers. But they're like,
Oh.
if I could, then I would.
That's more 90s, isn't it?
It feels 90s, but it's 2000s. It's like that's like 2001. I
Anything
think.
Nickelback ever did. Is the
Oh,
most 2000s
yeah, that's
song.
pretty.
Look at this photograph.
That's before people started hating them. So
Every time I do it makes me laugh.
Dang, dude. I don't know. I don't even know. I was listening to so much music between then that.
we'll go with Mr. Brightside.
You're taking too long.
Yeah, I know. I'm bad at this. I'm so
Okay.
I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. There.
Was that in the 2000s?
Maybe not.
Dude, I would just say anything.
They've released 2 new songs like in the last month.
Yeah, but who cares? Who's that's from?
This is from Anonymous.
Let's hear it.
Which one's the bigger flop? No Man's Sky or Fallout 76?
Fallout 76.
By far, Fallout 76.
I have no.
It's
basis
taking the
on which-
biggest hit.
It's worth a Google. It'll take you 5 minutes to understand what's going on.
Yeah. No Man's Sky at least has had massive, like they had the massive Next update, which brought back their player base, and then they've done 2 other updates since then that's just made it. It's
people also wanted No Man's
I've heard
Sky.
people talk a lot of shit about both of those games.
Yeah, Fallout 76 is very empty. It's like they're like, oh, it's the biggest post-apocalyptic Fallout map we've ever done, and then people
But they
get in
didn't
there and
populate
there's
it.
nothing in it. Basically, what happened is Bethesda, who makes Skyrim and Oblivion and all these games, made an open-world Fallout game with no NPCs.
Yeah, we don't care. So anyway, let's get on to the next question.
God, just listen to the next Party Chat episode.
Yeah.
Different
I'm
podcast.
going to talk about
This question comes from. I'm sorry, Kit.
No,
Being a
you're
dick to
fine.
you.
I just feel real bad for the person
Who submitted
who
it?
submitted that question because they were really excited to hear me explain that.
Is it okay to start Christmas right after Halloween? When should Christmas officially start? This question comes from Sam Roy, our friend also in Virginia with Benton Davis Frosty. He said he was annoyed at how quickly they start merchandising Christmas, like literally before the pumpkins are even off the shelves. What do you guys think?
Hail Satan. Hunter?
I think no one can tell you how to live your life.
I think
Those aren't real answers, you dicks.
I think there's no decorations for Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving is just like really a food and gathering holiday. So there's nothing to put on the shelves in seasonal sections in stores. So the next thing after Halloween is Christmas. That's why when Christmas goes away, it'll be Valentine's Day stuff or New Year's stuff.
Well, people also want to spend all their energy talking about how Thanksgiving was the co-opting of another thing and how it's celebrating the death of blah, 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 blah. So if they don't want to celebrate it in the first place, then can't get up and
no
arms
one
about
has,
it.
no one's ever said that to me. So I don't know what hippie
Eh,
people you're
that's-
hanging out with.
I will
but-
say this: I do get annoyed at the immediacy of like merchandising with things. Like I typically identify Christmas with December, and I
Yeah.
identify Halloween with October, and I identify Valentine's Day with February. And there's definitely a couple months in between where I just don't feel like, you know, "Hey, wait, it's not Christmas yet. Wait, it's not Valentine's Day yet," and so forth and so on. Like when you start seeing Halloween shit, like does Halloween get that
Yeah.
early?
Yeah, sometimes
Does that
they
shit
are.
start happening in August?
Like the very beginning of September, end
Does
of
it really?
August.
Yeah.
Now.
I mean, like most things, I think it's a big fucking money grab, and that's why it's happening. It's only
Well,
gonna
right.
it's only going to get worse, you know.
It doesn't bother me. When I go to the stores and I see all the Christmas trees up and I hear Christmas music, I enjoy Christmas music and that feeling that you get when you see all the Christmas decorations. So they could do it all year round. It wouldn't bother me because I'm not going to spend money on it anyways. So this next question comes
Yes.
from
That was
Aaron, who showed
fatalistic.
up to our meetup and gotten, Hunter yelled at him for liking Marvel more than DC.
It was nice to meet you, Aaron. I'm so sorry.
No, it's cool. You're very opinionated. But so Aaron wants to know, in your opinion, what is the inherently worst Marvel movie ever?
Ooh.
Isn't it widely agreed upon that horrible piece of shit with Eric Bana, the Hulk movie, that was like
That's not a
terrible
I think
CGI?
I think he's
I think
talking
he
about
means
the
Marvel.
recent Marvel Cinematic
Iron
Universe.
Man on the actual universe Marvel.
And I would have to say Iron Man 2.
I almost want to say Iron Man 2 because it's all a setup movie, but it at least had like
Mickey
an
Rourke
interesting
was
villain.
the worst bad guy.
He was, but he was still Mickey Rourke, so there was something fun to watch
maybe
there.
Thor,
I was
Dark
going to say
World?
Thor: The Dark World because it's literally nothing.
I haven't seen those.
It just began and ended, and the bad guy showed up once.
Yeah, I'm not. Those two would equally be the worst.
I would go back and cite some of the Marvel movies before the current universe.
No, like all the Fantastic Four movies easily are the worst.
I don't even think I saw them. I think it was.
X-Men Last Stand, complete garbage.
I didn't hate any of the X-Men movies.
Spider-Man 3.
I didn't even see it because I knew.
Well, Sam Raimi didn't even want to make it. That's why he made it bad on purpose.
Yeah.
I still have.
Someone wrote that on a
opinions about
napkin?
Yeah, they did.
I
It
know. I
says-
know which one this is. I saw it go in the box.
Everyone, if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
The ability to put up with Casey's shit.
Oh,
You already do that, honey.
I am a superhero.
oh my God!
I'm
Spencer.
kidding. This is a classic conundrum.
I would want to read people's minds.
Oh, I wouldn't.
We
Yeah.
wouldn't be friends anymore.
I wouldn't.
I think it'd be interesting to read someone's mind and then answer their question of what they're thinking out loud, and then watch them freak out.
Yeah, but what if you got around a bunch of people you thought liked you, and then you found out that they fucking couldn't
I
stand
I
you?
automatically assume no one likes me and just puts up with me anyways. So
It's a horrible way to live.
That would be a good superpower for you. Then
yeah,
you'd feel validated. You're like, I'm right.
Oh shit!
I'm kidding.
I would nail it. It'd be great. In fact, that's what would be my superhero name, Captain Validation.
Captain Conundrum and Captain Validation.
I don't honestly. I think could you consider like hyper intelligence a superpower?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
crazy smart. Like
Yeah.
I feel like
but that you want to talk about isolating yourself? You have to be like, as someone that's super intelligent, anytime someone would say something, you would have to correct them if they were wrong.
no, that's a character thing. I think it's just if you're intelligent enough, you would know better than to correct people. Like I think I'm talking hyper intelligence where there's like wisdom and not like a bunch of character flaws. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I think you could maybe think your way out of a lot of situations. You could invent things to do things. Like you could, if you were smart enough, you could probably figure out a way to cure diseases and maybe like time travel. And you could kind of have a bunch of other.
That's what my superpower. I want to time travel.
Fucking see, I'm cheating. What do you want? What's yours?
I'd fly.
It's so cold though. Like I don't think
Sure,
anybody that says they want to fly doesn't realize how cold it is. The further up you go,
And
to
how
fly.
it doesn't necessarily prove you like it doesn't help you pay your bills or like fucking it. You know, you don't.
I
Get,
guess
Well,
you could.
you wouldn't have to spend money on gas anymore or car maintenance.
until you had to tell people how you got there. Hey, how'd you get here so fast? Well, and then
I'm
the government
assuming-
comes and you're
Hey, this
studying.
isn't a graphic novel. This is real life.
Yeah,
Hunter can fly, whatever.
He's right.
I'm assuming with these superpowers, you can tell people you have them. It's not like
Yeah. If I can have a pet T-Rex, I can fly.
See, I just remember like the show Heroes, where like the minute you have anything special about you, you get persecuted by like
immortality. So that way I could go to space and see Mars.
fuck that.
Yeah, but when you got bored of living, what would you do?
Keep living. You know, that keep on trucking. Hang in there. Posters would be up everywhere.
Why don't you quit? I can't.
What's wrong, Spence? Can't read that one?
I'm really having a hard time reading it.
Did someone Old English write that?
Okay. The next one says, would you rather strangle a dog with your bare hands or strangle a bear with your dog hands? Whoever wrote this,
Just hold on. Wait a minute. Here, hold on a second. Whoever wrote this question, get out.
fuck off.
Get,
Next.
out.
Next.
I hope that wasn't Rachel.
Oh, man.
I mean, we love you, but fuck off. Fuck off with love.
Let's see here. Next question's not a question, but I definitely want to read it. I'm going to pick another one out because I get to. It says Casey with some arrows fucking rocks. And that's 100% correct.
Clearly, we have a liar in our midst.
It wasn't
I
Debbie.
rock.
It's but not because Casey doesn't rock, but because Deb's unlikely to say a nice thing.
Oh, shit.
Just
No, I feel
playing.
like, actually, I feel like if
What?
Debbie...
Just playing, bro.
I actually kind of agree. I don't think I've ever heard her say something nice unless it's been about me.
No, she likes Casey a lot. That's true.
That also is not necessarily a compliment to her character.
It's because we're twins. We're besties. Let's see here. Ooh, yes. I'm excited about this one.
Okay.
All right. Next question is: would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Okay, one horse-sized duck, or 100 duck-sized horses. I would definitely rather fight 100 duck-sized horses.
No.
Yes, because you could just kick them out of the way like soccer balls. But think of a fucking duck the size of a
Oh,
horse.
I'm sorry.
You're
How
dead.
many ducks have you kicked?
Well, none
in your
but-
life?
None,
All right, then.
none. But how many
They're
could I
actually-
have kicked?
they're
How
ac-
many could I have fucking kicked? Plenty.
Spencer's
Plenty.
like, they're all like the size of toddlers, right? I can just kick a bunch of toddlers.
All I'm saying is, if you're fighting for your life, anything that's below waist level is possibly defeatable. Anything that's the size of a horse may be
A
fucking killed.
horse-sized duck would just be a dinosaur. That'd be a velociraptor.
He'd
So
be fuck. He's right. That is a great point, Hunter. But wait, what's your answer?
It'd also be kind of cool.
I would also kind of fight the
It'd be
horse-sized
kind of
duck,
cool
though.
until it pecked your fucking thorax out.
Ducks can't peck like that. They've got bills. You lay the check
Also-
on the bill.
Look, guys, I don't
This is
think
Beacon
you.
House signing out forever.
I don't think you
Good night.
understand.
Goodbye.
I don't
Good
think
nice knowing you.
I don't think you understand how easy it would be to fight a horse-sized duck. All
I'm
you
still
do is
fighting
bring-
that fucking joke.
Just
okay?
bring a couple of loaves of bread.
Yeah, it's true. You can throw some bread out there.
Yeah. It's not like this thing is super smart and vicious. It's just walking around wanting food.
Probably shitting everywhere. Go
Yeah.
on.
Oh, Christ. This is an anonymous question. Holy fuck. What do you want your epitaph to be?
Whoa.
I don't know. You guys.
Moving
I have,
on.
I have
That's
a boring. I have a boring answer for it. I would like mine to be very much like a long time ago. I heard the famous musician, guitarist Chet Atkins was asked on a talk show by I think Johnny Carson, and he said, "How do you want to be remembered? You've done so many things. You know, you've been this amazing musician. You've been a producer. You've been an actor. Like." And he says, he goes, I don't really care about any of that stuff. He goes, I really just want people to say that he played in tune, and he played with taste, and he was nice to a lot of people. And this is like one of the greatest performers ever, to be that humble. And I remember thinking like, that's not a bad way to go. Like I kind of would like to be remembered that way. I think I've said that before in this podcast, but I just want people to go, he was nice and he did some good stuff. That's it,
Hunter?
I don't know. I don't think about it, but I guess I want to be known as someone that, loved people. So something to that effect, I guess.
Okay. I think mine would
And sugar-free candy.
mine would be something along the lines of deep down, like really deep down, I fucking hated all of you.
Casey said, be like, you can kiss my ass.
That or like, I told you I was sick.
Oh, this is great.
So dark.
This is a good one. Okay. It says, Casey, when did you decide to, and this is where the quotes begin, go bald, end quote, to make Spencer feel better about himself?
Funny enough, I did it before I met Spencer. I was like, I'm going to start going bald now because one day I'm going to meet somebody that's going to feel better about it.
Yeah. And joke's on you because I still don't feel good about myself. Go fuck yourself.
Can you stop choking? Like literally half of this episode is you been coughing into the microphone.
Episode number 41 is just going to be Hunter coughing.
Next question. On what noble steed would you ride into battle? I'm pretty sure, isn't a steed a horse, period? Like,
Yeah.
I think that's...
Are there, do we have to give names or do we have several horses to pick from or?
Spirit the Stallion of the Cimarron.
I would like to ride into battle on a turtle. Like a massive turtle. Just because it would move really slow and I could just shout things.
The turtle from the Stephen King universe?
The battle is way in front of me and this turtle's just moving along, stopping to eat grass. And I'm like, you wait till I get there. I'm going to fucking kill all of you.
That'd be a pretty good comment.
Like,
I don't even know.
as you're slowly moving on the turtle, just being like, you're all a bunch of bitches. I'll be there in a second to prove it. Ooh, a chinchilla. What if you rode into battle on a massive chinchilla?
I'm going to say Triceratops.
That'd be dope.
Because I feel like you could just keep riding and go right through the castle.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the perfect one. Go, Hunter.
Well, if it can be any animal, I'd probably go...
Like one of the dragons from Game of Thrones or something.
No, fuck that. Stegosaurus.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Nice. I would ride into battle on one horse-sized duck.
Oh, he
Jesus.
brought that full
right.
circle.
See you guys later.
Casey, well done.
Well done, Casey.
Well done.
It kills me to give you compliments, but that was really good.
Okay, this one's upside down. Oh, God. Great.
Who's this from?
I can't read the handwriting on the name. I know.
It's Vari.
Vari? Okay. I thought it said...
Not Vahari. Vari.
Yes.
H is silent.
Oh,
Yes,
I was
our
looking
friend
at the-
Vari, if you guys want to check her out, she contributed some questions to the show, and she helps us with suggestions on social media. We hope she's going to be a guest in the future. We'll give her a plug real quick. Her social media is at Vari TV, and that's VAHRI TV.
Yeah,
Check
the
her out.
TV is what was throwing me. I was like, what? So this is Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Okay.
Thor, Aquaman, and Iron Man.
Well, this is awkward.
I would
Oh, God.
Aquaman. I would fuck Aquaman because it's Jason Momoa and why not? I'd marry Iron Man for the money and I'd kill Thor because I'd be known as someone that killed a god. Boom! That's the best way to answer that question. I fucking win.
Casey, I love Thor to death, but I'm going to take that answer because it justifies everything. I share Casey's answer.
I think I would. I mean, everybody's.
Arm pump.
I think I would kill.
Double up.
I don't know. Everybody's going to say marry.
Hey,
Iron
don't
Man.
be a bitch. Answer the question.
Marry Iron Man for the money. Jason Momoa is a sweet, tender lover. And Thor, you kill a god? You'd be famous forever for killing.
I think I would actually. I would. I don't know. I guess fuck Iron Man, kill Aquaman, marry Thor.
Why would you fuck Iron Man?
I don't know.
Although marrying
He's got a
Thor,
lot of gadgets.
marrying Thor is actually a pretty good answer because he gets to live in Valhalla. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I just like
I
him better
wouldn't
than
kill.
Aquaman too.
Have you seen those movies? Valhalla's not there anymore.
All right, thanks. Spoiler alert. Jesus.
It came out a year ago. You ran out of time.
Okay, next question here. How long do you guys microwave your turkeys for Thanksgiving?
Well, this year, with the whole salmonella outbreak on raw turkey, I'd say at least 10 minutes just to get that salmonella really cooking.
I'd recommend. I mean, you don't want to eat a turkey unless it's been microwaved for at least 7.5 hours.
You guys are doing it wrong. Turkey's like fish. You got to microwave it for 30 seconds on both sides and then leave it bright pink in the middle.
It's true.
Yeah,
but
just
the
dump
problem,
a bunch of salad dressing on it.
Yeah.
the thing I always have a problem with is like finding an extension cord long enough to chase the turkeys around in the field with the microwave. Guys? And then convincing him to jump in the thing.
That was the most Casey thing you've ever said in your life.
I love that I'm a verb now. That's
You
great.
are.
Get in
You
here.
just got Casey'd, Casey.
Jump in this steel box, you goblin son of a bitch.
I hate the way
Gobbling.
burnt feathers smell,
He's a
though.
goblin.
Look how excited! Great, now he's gonna have another coughing fit.
Night.
You're gonna go back to listen to this episode and just be completely devastated
I'm
how
gonna
much
be-
you're gonna have to edit.
I'm going to be furious. Okay, keep reading questions, you fuck. You smarmy fuck.
Burnt feathers, man. Ugh. Let's see here.
I'm getting good reaction out of Hunter. Like, I'm essentially performing for Hunter today.
That's basically what you're doing. Can you not cough, please? Can you keep it to yourself? Thanks. All right.
Shitty. He was shitty just now.
That's why I coughed.
God.
This next one is from Aaron again. Another Aaron question. In your opinion, what is the worst Christmas tradition?
Ooh.
And that would be any kind of running 5K races. And that goes for any holiday. If your family is the family that takes in like your significant other and makes them run a 5K on a holiday, you're the worst person.
Hunter, worst Christmas tradition.
His probably like going to church or something.
No, I'd say that. Okay, I'm gonna answer and not go on a soapbox about it. Businesses opening up the day before and the day after as well. One day is not enough time to actually spend with people that are visiting from out of town and shit, and the whole everybody comes in and you see everybody for a couple hours and you're like, well, I'm right back to work. And
If I had family coming to town to visit for Christmas and I had to spend more than just one day with everything in town closed, hanging out at the house with them with nothing else to do, I would lose my mind.
well, you have other things to do, but that's like there's a day that you can spend with yourself, not worrying about anybody else. There's a day you can spend with family. I don't know what the third day would actually be for now that I think of it, but just like the whole fucking like everything happens in one day. Yeah, you got the holiday. You can great. Well, I've got 2 houses to go to. I've got to do my own thing. I've still got to pay these bills, blah blah, and then right back to work the next day. How was your
I feel
holiday?
like this
didn't
comes from
fucking have
someone
one.
who works in customer service's problem and no one else's.
Right. Well, I mean, coming from the private sector, Casey, where he
I
doesn't
work
deal
on
with the
Christmas.
public.
Here's the thing. My work doesn't close any day of the week. So even on Christmas, I have to go into work.
That's because people are just.
Huh? What's that? Giggle shits? All right.
I didn't get to answer yet.
Oh,
Do you guys not want to know what I think is the worst Christmas tradition?
probably not.
Hanukkah. I'm kidding.
All right.
Christ.
Thanks.
Well, this one's written like,
Stop trying to have Christmas, all you people that are wrong. Just kidding.
Okay. This is from my wife, and it's
Why
written
are you reading another one?
in 2 different directions. I didn't read the last one, did I?
Worst Christmas
No, I did. I'm
tradition.
just kidding.
Fuck, don't do that to me, Casey. We're too tired. He's sick. He's old and sick.
Whoa, hey.
What does that have to do?
Hey, you're cutting a little deep there, pal.
Look at him. He gets all excited, knows you're on antibiotics. Can't do anything about it.
Okay, this one from Libby. I'm gonna get in trouble for that now. Who was your first fictional character crush? Not that anyone's asking, but mine. She had 2. Mine were Peter Pan and Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles.
Shit, good luck living up to that, Hunter. Oh, sorry.
You know what it's
Well,
not?
we're moving into an apartment,
You know
not the
what-
sewer, so I've already.
You-
The funniest thing that's been said in the last 10 seconds.
Notice she didn't say Tarzan, though. So, sorry, bud.
I think that's a really good question. That's my favorite question so far. Or not. I'm not supposed to like that.
Wow.
You answer. Who's your first fictional character crush? Does fictional character literally mean like like
Anybody that's not real.
So it could be like a movie.
Yeah, she
person.
chose cartoons, but like you could, if you had a thing for Herbie the car or whatever, you could.
You could maybe seek psychiatric help and then answer this question. I feel like mine was probably a cartoon character.
Jabberjaw.
No, you did. You know what? I would like to talk to Libby privately about this. Fuck talking about it in front of you. I hope something comes up out of that sewer and fucking jacks
It
you
did.
off.
That's
in
how
the
I'm
night.
diabetic now. Fucking bit my pancreas when I was 5.
It's not a superpower, by the way.
Oh, it's not.
Mine would have to be Queen Amidala. Star Wars Episode
Ooh.
1 was my first like hardcore.
could
I
see
saw that movie and I was like, oh, okay. Natalie Portman, got it.
Shit, man. If I'm having a hard time thinking movies, but probably maybe a cartoon character, maybe like one of the girls from like G.I. Joe or something, maybe.
Agent Scarlet. Snake Eyes' girlfriend.
I think I was Lady J. I think I had a crush on Lady
You
J.
would be Lady J.
more than Scarlet.
Is it because Scarlet could kick your ass? You didn't like that?
No, I liked them. I thought it was. I had that episode where there's no words and stuff. I don't know, or maybe
Episode
a movie
22
thing.
or 21 or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I think that's a good question. Because I think that's before you actually get out in society. You start to learn to develop crushes and stuff based on like I don't know, like fucking the psychology of the character. Whatever.
I just can't remember anything like before Star Wars came out. I mean, I was close to being a teenager. Anything before that, I don't really think I.
Yeah, I'm struggling. I'm trying to go back as far as I can. I'm stumbling over either Mary Jane in the first Spider-Man movie or Amidala, but from episode 2.
See, there were a lot like, and I'm older than you guys, so I watched a lot of movies like in the '80s, and there were a lot of great like.
Dude, apparently tons of people had crushes on Ripley back in the day.
Oh, absolutely. From Alien?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Audrey Hepburn. I've always had a crush on Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey. Or whatever character she was playing. See, and that's the thing. That
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Like I had to watch that when I was a kid, just because that's what my folks were watching, and I was just like, it's like, damn, she's pretty.
Oh, and Ava Gardner was one of the. I've got pictures of
Oh,
Ava Gardner.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. She was married to Sinatra, you know. Get
Dude,
out of town.
who's that chick that either married or dated Bogart and they did all those Lauren Bacall.
Oh,
I didn't discover her until I was like 22, but Lauren
Jesus.
Bacall, holy fuck.
go back a little bit. It was crazy. Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. I think when you have a crush on like a actor, or I'm sorry, a character played by an actor, there's a real person there too. So you
Yeah,
kind of maybe have a crush on their looks, but the actors or the character's personality or something. So that's kind of weird. That's more of a real crush than like a card. Have you ever had a crush on a cartoon?
Dude,
Because
was
that's
it Jasmine? Is that who it was in Hercules, the slutty one?
Oh yeah,
because that is 100% like fake. That's not
Mulan.
a, you know,
Mulan, definitely.
get it.
I can
get
see
it.
that. Jasmine was a porn star in a Disney movie. That was uncomfortable. That's uncomfortable to think
I
about.
don't know about that.
What a hoe. All right. And the next question, do you have any hidden talents like stupid human tricks? I don't know. I don't know. Like,
I'm really good at faking liking you two.
Damn.
that is pretty impressive. I don't think I do have any weird hidden talents.
I've managed to avoid.
Your way of like taking a subject that you're really passionate about and making everyone change their mind and follow your ways is pretty awesome.
The only problem is I don't do a very good job of keeping that hidden.
Well,
I'm kind of a.
I would
mean,
actually
kind of a loud
when
mouth.
you're passionate about something and you sit here on the podcast and talk about it, by the end of the day of like being done with the episode, I'm, even if I contradicted you and said, other things, I'm like, nah, Spencer had a really good points.
Yeah.
But
That's very
it's like,
flattering, Casey. Thank you.
I think it's the
you
way
probably-
you carry yourself
That's
when you
very
speak.
nice of you. Your hidden talent is you're actually a sweet guy. Look at that. You want to fuck?
Huh?
Sorry, kidding.
I would actually say that you, when you watch interviews with people that knew Stan Lee and they talk about Stan Lee all the time and how like anybody that met him immediately felt like they were really important and good at whatever they did and blah blah blah. Like he made people feel special. You've always had that too.
Wow.
So I would.
Shit, this question is very good for my ego.
It's different once you're in a podcast with Spencer, but like when you meet him in passing,
Well, what about you? What are your
And
hidden
it's gone.
talents?
I don't know.
Drawing,
I was
singing.
gonna drawing, singing, but yeah, but it's supposed to be hidden. Like that's
I like
stuff I just
like
put
how
out
Hunter's
there.
like, well, I don't know what I'm good at.
I think
Get the fuck out
I
of
think
here.
your hidden talent is that you're sort of like quiet or sort of at first, but then like when you start talking about something, you're just like an encyclopedia. Like you're the
I was
most
told that in high school.
the
once,
most
that,
intellectual guy
maybe.
ever. You know, like
Sure.
moving
What-
right along.
I don't know what my talent is though.
I said your hidden talent is you're actually a real sweet guy.
Apparently, I've been told that I'm really good at being a smartass. Like I'm really good at
I don't think that's a hidden talent.
when someone no, it is. When someone says something, I'm really good at following it up with some sort of joke that makes.
Oh,
catches
you
people off
totally
guard.
are.
You know what?
I can't tell you how many times I've been in a conversation with somebody around Casey, like not necessarily directly with him, but just somebody else, and like he says something that just blows me. I could just completely catch on fire, and the other person laughs at me. Casey's very good at that sort of thing.
I would
that a
actually
hidden
have to say that yours is probably close to the Spencer one. Like as much as you are a smartass and just this silly dude that goes around and nerds out about video games and movies and tech and stuff.
I really do like pop culture.
When it comes down to the nitty gritty of like serious shit is going down, you are able to flip a switch and become like everybody's best friend that you always like hope you're going to have in the background that has your back. So
We're having a circular tug.
I was not going to use the term circle jerk, but
Fucking love you guys. It's the holidays. Screw everybody listening.
All
If you
I-
don't like gratitude, it's the holidays.
All I know is that Spencer's really working the balls right now, and I'm okay with it.
I start at the bottom. I observe the shaft. And
don't forget the cough, Casey.
Swallow
Makes it
all the
easy.
gravy. Swallow
got
all.
my instructions.
This is a shit show of an episode.
It's going great.
Oh my
We've
God.
got plenty of time
Fantastic.
left too. We got plenty of time to gut through these questions. I think we're going to make it.
All right, so the next one comes from Vari, which again, shout out at Vari TV
Yeah.
on Twitch. Check her out.
Also, happy belated birthday.
Yeah,
she
absolutely.
had,
Happy
she had
birthday.
she had a birthday. By the time you guys hear this, it'll be a little older.
She
but
invited us to her birthday, and I was out of town, and you were sick.
Sick
And
as
so now
piss,
we're
yeah.
terrible people.
It's true. It's true. Apparently, I think a lot of people canceled too because they were sick, and so I feel bad that whatever wave of fucking sickness came
The
through.
entire city's been sick the last 2 weeks.
Jesus, dude. So anyway, but happy belated birthday to Vari, our friend.
How would you know the entire city's been sick, you supervillain? What
Because-
did you do? Put something in the water supply?
He's been flying over the city.
Shaking his hair, getting everybody diabetes.
Wait, what? Is that how diabetes works?
It's in the dandruff.
For his supervillain powers, yeah. It's in the dander. Vari wants to know, what is your favorite thing to read while pooping?
Ooh.
Also a good question.
And-
Classically, mine is. I mean, these days it's my phone because social media. But classically, my favorite thing to read is just like a novel, like Stephen King or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calvin and Hobbes or Far Side was
Ew.
back in the day is what I like to read when I was pooping. Nowadays, I go on Facebook and read about social justice warriors and how stupid they are. Like, you sit there and read stuff, and I'm like, this person's an idiot.
You didn't change anything.
And then I just let a massive, like, I blow up the toilet in kind of response to what they say on social media.
Casey reads an article and they're like, "You should change blah 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 blah," and he just turns inside out.
Uses it like a laxative.
Yeah, blah. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's a good cleanse. If you ever,
Oh, Christ.
Honestly, there's not a better response. So
Yeah.
I get where
Yeah.
he's coming from.
Same.
oh, the
just political stuff.
bumblebees! Watch out for the bumblebees.
What about what are you? What? Whoa! Can we talk about what just happened? I feel like I'm covered in fucking bees. Edit. Maybe, maybe not. Don't edit that out. Get that on Instagram, motherfucker.
Fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will soon return to our regularly scheduled programming.
Oh my god.
Casey blew a
What I
funny
was
fuse.
trying to say is when you read something on social media about people talking about bees going extinct, and then your bowel movement just goes.
Okay, because that's not what you said. What you said was bees, bees, blah. And my life got 14% better. Hopefully the lives of our
It's my secret talent.
not secret anymore. Hunter, what do you read when you poop? Bees?
Anything, but usually it's like that's where I consume a lot of Joe Rogan stuff and go down those different
Yeah.
political conspiracy rabbit holes.
What do we got?
The only time you can justify it is when you're stuck shitting.
Okay. I'm okay. I'm good.
Oh, this is a great one. Also anonymous. When are Casey and Spencer going to start dating?
I think we just did.
Is that what that said?
When a man
Yeah.
when a man defecates like that and looks straight into your eyes. In some countries, we are already married.
You might
So
help me
basically-
chase down the turkeys. next year.
Basically, the way I won Spencer over was by going, bees, bees.
That's right. This question is anonymous. It says, "Who is the brains of the operation?" I think we're sort of a collective brain. Like we all have different facets of our personality. I don't think this podcast works well without at least two of us.
Yeah.
Casey and I did one without Hunter that one time.
It went great.
It was okay, but at the same time,
You talked about cryptids. It was fantastic.
No, not that one. We did actually the one. It's called the one without Hunter.
Oh, that's
You
right,
don't remember
sorry.
because you weren't fucking
No,
here.
I was in that one actually.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Slow laugh, Hunter. Yeah.
Well, I would say there's no clear one brains of this operation. I'd say that it's a collective thing.
If we had to pick, that would be me.
I agree with that.
All right. Worst present you've ever received on Christmas or otherwise?
I have an answer. I have an answer for it.
What's your answer?
Mine is it wasn't actually a bad present, but I was super shitty about it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Apparently, my parents were trying to figure out what to get me one year, and I'd been talking about like bicycles a lot. I don't even remember talking about, it, but I totally wanted something else. And I'd been going on about bicycle. Like I'd heard some statistics about like a bicycle with gears, can like do all these amazing things. They thought I wanted one, and they got me one. And I fucking thought of Christmas morning. I hated it, and I was real shitty, which is so stupid. I should have been grateful to have a bike. And later, I actually rode the bike a lot, appreciated it, but I was so fucking mad because I wanted this other thing. I don't even know what it was, and I was real shitty about it. And I was like a terrible kid about it. But I remember being disappointed, thinking because they were like, "Oh man, you're gonna be happy." They could tell. They really thought they read me, and I was just like, "What the fuck is that?" It was terrible. I'm so ungrateful.
Yeah.
Hunter?
I'm not answering that question.
Oh, because who might be listening? That's okay. That's okay.
Libby gave him a shitty gift. Got it.
I love her deviled eggs, Casey. Fuck.
Well, if you're not going to say what the answer
No,
is, I'm just going to make
I
you feel
will.
really uncomfortable.
It's the same as Spencer's. I don't even. The real reason I wasn't is because one, I feel like it's bad to poo-poo gifts in the first place, but two, I honestly can't remember. But from what I've been told, this would be the one. Similar thing, the old Rudolph movies or whatever.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of like toys and stuff that came out one year when I was really little, and I wanted those badly, apparently. And they just couldn't be found or gotten, so I didn't get them, and I guess it was replaced with other stuff because I don't remember having a bad Christmas. What I do remember, almost not at all, again, this is all I was very little from what I was told, is the next year, all that stuff was found all of a sudden, and Mom freaked and was like, wait, this is all the stuff you wanted last year, and got it. And it's not the only stuff I got, but it was the primary thing, and I guess I had moved on in that year or something, so when I got it, I was more confused and a little disappointed. I don't think I
It's
got
probably
mad
that
about
weird
it.
transition as a kid where you go from like wanting kid-style toys to something a little more adult.
I got a
and the
King Kong
parents-
action figure for my birthday, and I was happy this past year. That hasn't happened to me.
Well, but no, there's a thing when you're a kid and you want certain gifts, and then like in a matter of a year, you completely shift to like like the phase is gone. You don't like that anymore,
Right.
And then your parents still think you're in that phase, so they get you gifts for that phase, and then you're like, I don't want any of this shit.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
I don't like thinking about that, though, because it haunts me, because I can remember the figures. Like, I know that I had the toys, and I know and totally believe how I reacted to it from what I was told. I'm glad I don't actually remember that, but it makes me feel shame at the core of my being to think of to this day. So
And that's part. I think that's part of being a kid is not having a grasp on things like gratitude and like you're
social standards.
You're just
Yeah.
real reactionary. You're
Yeah.
sad or you're mad or you're just violently like this kaleidoscope of emotions. Which is a great name for a band, by the
Oh,
way.
hey, there we go.
Casey, what's yours?
I am the worst gift receiver in the world, and it makes me feel really bad.
You love those brownies.
No, baked goods it's something else. So I, as the older I get, want to live more of a minimalist lifestyle. So when it comes to like my birthday and Christmas, people always ask me, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I'm like, I just want gift cards or cash, something that I can put towards,
Things
something
I'm
else.
working on.
Things I'm working
Yeah.
on. Also, I will. Most of the time, people would ask me what I want. They're like, "I'm not getting you a video game or a movie. What else do you want?" I'm like, "There's nothing else."
Yeah, that's like my parents used to go, "What do you want?" I go, "Guitar stuff," and they go, "Well, something else. Like, don't you want a sweater?" No, I want another fucking pedal. I need another cable. I need some strings. I need like another guitar. Like I have aspirations here. Like
And so if I say just give me cash or give me money, that'll be that. There was one year recently where I was dating this girl, and she gave me a bunch of Georgia memorabilia, like Georgia, like light, like a light cover for light switch, a vanity plate for the front of your car, things like that, like a little lanyard, a magnet dartboard, like all this Georgia stuff. And I was like, I'm not that much of a fan, but I didn't say any of that. I just like got it. I was like, oh, this is cool. It's just, but in the back of my mind, I was like, this is just more shit. I gotta move when I move.
Yeah.
And a year or so later, we were still together, and I just got a new car, and it had Tennessee floor mats and a Tennessee like steering wheel cover. And I heard her call her mom and was like, for Christmas this year, get Casey a bunch of this Georgia stuff for his car. And I had to interrupt her conversation that I was eavesdropping on to go, do not get me more fucking clutter. I don't need more clutter.
Amazing.
And it was in front of friends, and they were like, you're really shitty about receiving gifts. And I'm like, I don't want more clutter.
Yeah.
And instead, they got me a big Batman fat head to stick on a wall in an apartment complex where you're not allowed to put things on the wall because it takes away your security deposit. And I was like, also, thanks for the clutter. People were like, you are terrible at receiving gifts. And I'm like, I know I am. And I feel really bad about it, but I just don't want more shit. Just give me money that I can spend on bills or groceries or, anything but clutter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
I'm a terrible person. I get it. I'm the villain of the podcast.
Next question.
Oh, this one is also from my wife. Hello, Libby. It says, hey, yo, voice of the intro. Here wondering, if you were to liken yourself to any fictional character, who or what would it be?
Good.
I don't want to answer this.
Why?
This is where ego and
No, just say it.
so
Yeah, go ahead, Tarzan.
Tarzan.
I don't have a good Tarzan.
Yeah, he'd be Tarzan. He wants to live in the jungle.
But that's not fair because it says liken yourself to.
Do you really
Not who
believe
would you
you're,
wanna be.
you're like Tarzan?
I believe that I would love that life if it were like the Tarzan stories, but no, I don't think I'm like Tarzan. I don't know. God,
I got mine.
Go ahead.
Silent Bob.
I could see that. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Just being really quiet and then say something real like profound.
I don't necessarily know who mine would be. I don't know. When I was young, I identified with comic books too, and Spider-Man was kind of a big one to me. Like I identified with how like he had potential, but he also had a lot of struggles and stuff. And he was like a real guy dealing with things, and he was sort of vulnerable. So I guess maybe that would be mine. Just like the vulnerable, like real life Spider-Man guy that was kind of snarky. I guess I don't know.
I can see that. With great power comes great responsibility.
Not even
Spencer.
that. Just like the Peter Parker that says funny things. Like that was kind of
Oh, it's like Peter Parker or the Flash, someone that's like really quick.
Yeah. Like maybe a fictional character like that.
I don't know. Like if we're doing actually liken to,
Be my Jay. Be the Jay to my Silent Bob.
but I'm not Jay though.
I was almost going to say that. I was going to be like, I kind of identify more with Jay because I say a lot of like, I just run off at the mouth like that a lot.
We should just hang outside
Snort,
convenience
snort.
stores.
It's funny. I have an old picture of me when I used to have long hair and I wore a toboggan a lot. I looked a lot like that guy.
It's funny. Spencer still hangs out in front of.
Jungle love.
Shit, I am.
Oh, we.
Yeah.
You know I want to love.
Sorry, Libby. I can't think of an answer. Move on.
Boo.
I can't think of one.
Tarzan.
This is a pretty good
Okay,
question. This is a
Tarzan,
question from Alicia, your sister-in-law. Alicia says, "What are your methods for managing stress?" That's a very good topic.
Oh God.
I don't manage it very well.
I know me and Hunter's first reaction.
You guys to go have a
You
toss? You guys go have a wank? Is that what you do?
We record Beacon House.
Yeah, we recorded Beacon House.
Man, honestly, if you go back to, and I haven't done this in a long time, but like I'm trying to get away a little bit, like I used to try to take like at least a vacation every year, and just like the day-to-day life was so hectic that it'd be important for me to take a break and try to go do something real serene. Like the spa up in Asheville, the Grove Park. Oh
Yeah.
my God! If you can get there, and I haven't been there in too long, I'm way overdue to go back. But like,
I'm actually planning on saving a little bit of my Christmas money and going up there for a weekend. We should all go.
we could do our 1-year anniversary there. We talked about that. We talked about doing it from the Grove Park.
Go
Inn.
in March during my birthday. Birthday weekend in Asheville.
Dude, we could totally
Boys'
do that.
night.
Record it in the hotel there. Where fucking like
It would
Scott
just-
Fitzgerald
Yeah.
wrote The Great Gatsby, but that's a great place to alleviate stress. And I mean, it really does. But I mean, you could do other things too. A lot of people claim that the best thing to relieve stress is exercise, which I admittedly don't do enough of. But what about you guys?
Honestly, mine's very like 80s, 90s dad style of just coming home from like a stressful day of work, putting something funny on the TV, and getting myself like a beer. Mm-hmm. Especially like I always keep a favorite beer of mine in the fridge. And so I'll like come home from work, be all stressed out, grab one of those, pour it into an icy mug, and then watch something funny and just try to forget about the stressful thing that happened.
That's
that day.
totally great. I will
Yeah.
say that on a daily basis, when I can't take a trip or go do something, to kind of calm myself down, I kind of do that too. Like, I come home and like make dinner and like watch something and just kind of like eat and chill out. And
Video games is also really good for me stress wise because you just jump into another world that's not yours for a little bit.
yeah, and that's classic escapism. That's not bad.
I guess that's
That
all
sounds
the stuff
unhealthy
that
when
I
you
do.
put it like that.
No, it's not unhealthy though.
Well,
if you stay in that environment, you're going to explode. It's
Well,
not.
it depends on what you're escaping from. If you're escaping from into a world of like fun and adventure that's interactive from a world of like stress, and I mean, some escapism could be good.
Yeah.
Like a world of pure imagination.
Pure imagination.
That's right.
Go on, next one.
No, what's your way of relieving stress?
Oh, I didn't answer. The unhealthy one is where I just isolate and like fester, which happens. And
Hunter's
I
festering
really-
again.
Yeah, I hate that. But generally, it's all the other stuff I do, whether it's like the kind of computer reset, which is get off work and just put my feet up and watch YouTube for an hour, or going to do D&D Sunday nights after this, that stuff. And then the more constructive ones are the band or like the comic book that I'm very slowly putting together. Hopefully that'll go quicker once we get moved into the apartment. But that stuff where I'm able to take all the things that bother me and either kind of talk about them in a good way, or if I can't even do that, just turn them into a monster to be hacked to pieces in a drawing. Or
Dude,
to,
I think that's really good too. Like, I think he said something really cool there. Like, one good way to deal with stress is to fucking get something done. Like, go accomplish something. You know what I mean? Instead of just like it's almost sometimes working more and just getting the project finished or whatever like that. There's a lot of satisfaction in that.
Our song Floyd is, we won't go into detail on because time and everything else, but Floyd is born out of another concept from years ago that I wrote this horrible story, horrifying story around dealing with high school relationship drama. And like, what if you took that to the furthest possible, just creepy and messed up angle, but it was a way to get rid of it. So it got all out of my head.
Fucking sweet. So, no, that's right on. What's the next one?
The next question, and I think we should actually, I'm going to read the question, and then I'm going to say how we're going to do this, because I think it'd be interesting to do it a different way. Pick a movie title for your life. And I think we should pick movie titles for each other's lives.
Ooh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So, Hunter, what would Spencer's movie title for his life be? My first thing that comes to my mind is Cats and Guitars, the Spencer McCoy story.
No, you have to pick a real movie.
I thought you had to pick a real movie.
A real movie title.
Oh.
You have to
you don't
label
make
your
one?
friend with a real movie title.
If you're doing the made up one, you can't beat what you just came up with.
Cat's
Casey.
Eyes.
I'll go ahead and do Casey's.
Okay.
Oh, Pet Cemetery. That's what Hunter's, or Spencer.
Oh, God.
Yours is Blazing Saddles.
You bet your ass it is. What about Hunter? What would Hunter's movie
Christ.
title be?
An Officer and a Gentleman.
Misery.
God. Casey's would be the general's daughter.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I wouldn't
And
mind marrying into a military family.
you haven't seen that movie if you're okay with that.
Maybe not.
And yeah, Spencer's yours would be Space Cowboys.
Space Cowboys.
Who is your man crush from Libby? She's making fun of me for... This is why I was struggling between Thor and Aquaman earlier.
Okay.
Jason Momoa.
Apparently, according to her, I like the very apish, muscly looking guys or something like that.
Yeah, you want to be thrown around. We get it. You want to be made somebody's bitch. We get it.
I thought we were all bitches here.
Hunter is a power bottom.
A lot of
Where's Grant when you need him? He's got to fucking dance for that. It's horrible.
man, a lot of people think that my man crush is Butch Walker because I just idolize
It
that guy
100%
so
is.
bad. But I mean, I'm just a big fan of that. So I guess you could go with that or
Randy Wetzel.
fucking Randy Wetzel. That's it. I'm leaving it at that. Randy.
My man crush is Spencer McCoy.
Well, I was gonna say you guys. I was gonna say basically all my guy friends are like a man crush. I think really highly of the people I associate with. But fucking, I don't know. Is it time for another question?
Yeah.
We're trying to get through these before
I think we're getting close, though.
We're getting there. What is your worst date memory?
I got dumped by Jesus. There's
told that
nothing
story.
worse than
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
One of my very first dates I ever went on, I was in Gatlinburg and I got paired up with this girl. I actually had it really bad for her friend. And I went along and me and a friend went together but we got paired up like opposite. So I wound up with her friend and we at one point, like everybody kind of went off. We were kind of expected to like make out and everything. And like I was in for it except I really had no experience. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And this girl totally was like later, I wasn't into her and it was terrible. And I was just like waiting for the other girl to get done. And then B, like she was like, you're kind of new to this, huh? And I totally tried to lie my way out. I was like, no, I've done this a bunch of times. Like, I'm totally, but it's terrible, terrible.
All right, next one. If you were on death row, what would your last meal be? Hold on. Why would you be on death row? And what are your immoral fantasies, non-sexual?
Whoa,
That is
too
three
many
questions.
questions. We'll go with the first one.
Cheater.
Wait, go
Just
ahead.
kidding. If you were on death row, what would you be your last meal?
Ooh, last meal. That's a big question.
My grandma's mac and cheese.
Your mom's deviled eggs. Got
Mom's
it.
deviled eggs and meatloaf. Libby's deviled eggs and meatloaf.
No,
they make the same. No, they
damn
do.
it.
They fucking.
Almost got him again.
Oh, this is tough. This is tough.
Adam. My brother Adam. I
You
can't
would
even
want to
remember
eat
what
your
it
brother
is.
Adam for your last meal? Well, now we know why you're on death row, you sick fuck.
No, he makes a really good cheesy pasta, but he hasn't made it in a long time.
Mine would probably be a nice medium rare filet mignon, lobster tail, and like
So
a
you're going
plethora of
fancy.
like grilled veggies.
I'm just gonna say Linderhof.
Fuck yeah, Linderhof.
Restaurant Linderhof.
That's interesting though, because
All
you're
right.
going like fancy, and I went kind of like the
Pretty much
comfort food
anything.
stuff.
Pretty much anything they wanted to serve me.
Why would you be on death row? This is another one I think we should pick our own
For eating my brother,
or
apparently.
pick each other's. Why would Spencer be on death row, Hunter?
Go ahead and say it, you bitch. Go ahead and say it. I know you're gonna say some shit. Go ahead and
Cat
say
murder.
it.
No. He'd be on death row for killing people to get on stage with Butch Walker.
Yeah.
Just so you could do the capos in the middle of a solo thing.
Oh, zing. There we go. Stay tuned for more about that coming up.
Why would I be on death row? Calm down, Hunter. God.
I think you'd be on death row for accidentally causing the death of someone. Like somebody's like, "Hey, can you hand me that rope?" In case you go, it's not my fucking problem. Somebody just goes splatting into the subway or something.
help.
Involuntary manslaughter gets you on death row.
Help! I'm drowning. Not my problem.
Yeah, he like steps on their head to get over the water.
He never saw the Spider-Man movies. He doesn't know where that leads you.
We didn't figure. We didn't. Why is Hunter on death row?
Why is Hunter on death row?
I thought you said it was because I ate my brother.
Cannibalism. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Okay,
Sugary
so
sweet.
I think this is the last one for me. Are there?
no.
Okay, so last round. So it's okay.
We're
So
almost there, folks.
if you were more death row stuff, if you were arrested with no explanation, what would people close to you assume you did?
Probably something horror movie related. They're like, oh, he finally snapped. Fucking murdered someone.
I don't really have a good answer. I hope that nobody would assume anything. I hope they would be surprised that I got arrested. You know,
That's what I'd hope. But
I'd
you
be
have to answer,
arrested,
though.
and immediately people would be like, "Hobo Fight Club" or something. Something with the homeless people, because I talk about how I don't like them so much.
shit.
They'd probably think I got on my
Have you
like
got-
moral high horse and like
you
argued
got
with a
another
cop
one?
or something.
Yeah, I got one more here.
All right, guys, this is going to be the last one. Again, thank you guys so much for all your submissions. We appreciate you guys giving us a
I feel
chance.
like you
to
guys
answer.
copped out of that last question pretty easily.
What are you talking? Well, I don't
I
know.
hope nobody up.
Well, no, I said what
people
I
would be
thought
surprised.
what I thought it would be though.
You know,
I'd be
I
like-
will say this: the one time I've ever actually been arrested was for breaking the noise ordinance for playing rock music in Oak Ridge one time.
You were
actually got
arrested for that?
Yeah, yeah. They later offered if we wanted to have it expunged off of our record, and I said, "What exactly does it say?" It says you were playing music at excessive volumes, and I was like, "Nah, leave it on there."
Good Lord. All right. So it's the last question. Thank you guys so much for the submissions. Hopefully, the next time we do a meetup, we can get even more people out there and get even more questions. And Hunter said that he was going to make this box look better and didn't.
I failed you all for this one. I'm sorry.
But we
Yeah.
very much appreciate everyone who came. Thank you for coming. You were definitely enough. We just like to make the party bigger, you know.
Hey, we shot poll this most
Well, I was
recent time.
definitely
Never
not
know
trying to
what'll
make
happen.
people who did show up feel bad, but now I
He was like, I
feel-
hope we could get better people next time.
Did it sound like that? I was hoping it didn't sound like that. I
I
just
think
want to
he's
get.
just
I just
covering
want
the
to
bases.
like. Basically, I want to do a meetup to where the place that we do the meetup at goes. Who the fuck are these people?
They kind of did that, though. The staff at the place were submitting questions. I think they wrote a couple
I think
of
they were just upset because we were trying to get service there.
It might have been. Yeah.
Oh, zing.
Sorry.
Not great.
And this one is from the wonderful Libby with the amazing deviled eggs, better than Hunter's mom's, in my opinion.
Shit.
If you could be a fictional character for a day, who would you be?
I like the line of questioning she went on with this one.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be from the line. I'm sorry, from the C.S. Lewis's space trilogy, Ransom.
Oh,
Dr. Ransom. That'd be me, hands down. It's one of my favorite characters in all of literature,
Okay.
which was out of the Silent Planet, Paralandra, and That Hideous Strength. I like him a lot.
Mine would be Matthew McConaughey's character in Interstellar.
Before or after you found your family again?
About halfway through the movie, where he's on the big wave planet. I'm so tired now. This episode wore me out. I want to go home and take a nap.
Well, guys, listen, thanks for tuning into the Beacon House podcast. 40 episodes in, 4 mailbags. You guys have been with us the whole time. Every single week, I get more texts from people. I found out we have new listeners that we didn't know about. Thank you so much for listening. Please submit more questions. Even if we're not doing a mailbag, we'd love to talk to you guys. We'd love to tell you, what we think about things, or maybe offer advice or suggestions, or we're willing to be challenged by your opinions about some of the stuff we talk about, and whatever. We want this to be interactive. So don't wait necessarily for a mailbag. Submit a question, send us on social media, anything you guys can, and tell a friend if you don't mind. Leave us a review if you don't mind. Subscribe on YouTube, all that normal social media stuff. We hate just pushing that shit on you guys, but it definitely helps, and it helps us grow the podcast. And if we grow, we all grow together, I guess.
And maybe with the beginning of 2019, I might get rid of Funny Beginnings for the podcast and instead start the podcast off with a user-submitted question, like a viewer-submitted question.
It's not a bad way to go. Tell us what you guys think, because you guys like to do that.
Shake things up a little bit for 2019.
That's right. And also, you guys are going to be hearing this this coming Thursday. I wanted to let you guys know that our friend and previous guest, Brandon Harmon, and his fantastic band, Stacked Actors, which is a Foo Fighters tribute band, they're going to be playing at Scruffy City Hall over the weekend, Saturday night. So come and check it out. I'll definitely be there. These guys might show up. Yeah, we've got a Christmas thing coming for you guys.
Spencer, roll that beautiful bean footage.